90% of the decisions that we make on a daily basis is based on our emotion, not on logic and rationale that tells you got to make your follow-up phone call, you got to pick that phone up, you've got to go to the next networking meeting to get more exposure, you know, that's logic. So for us, this is the key. I want everybody to write this down. The key to your success in achieving your goal. Okay? Both your conscious and your subconscious needs to be in agreement with that goal to achieve that goal. Both your conscious and your subconscious needs to be in agreement. The reason we do not achieve our goals is because your conscious and your subconscious is not in agreement. Consciously you say, oh my God, okay, you know, starting the first year, I'm going to start eating healthy. I'm going to start exercising every day. What happens? You do it consciously with rationale and logic for a little while. After that, your subconscious says, I'm not in agreement. Okay? You go through Jenny Craig, Weight Watchers, you go through all these coaching, you go through all that. But what's happening? Your subconscious is not in agreement with your conscious goal. So you can set all the goal you want, but if your subconscious is not in agreement with your conscious goal, you're going to do it for a little while, and then you'll go back to yourself and more, and then you get back to old patterns and old habits. Okay? Am I making sense so far?
Yes.
Is everybody with me?
Yes.
Okay, good. So, what is the key to achieving your goal? Aligning both your conscious and your subconscious together. And how do we do that? Okay, very simple. And I'm going to give you a 3 easy step, and in 5 minutes I will also take you there so you can practice on a daily basis. On a daily basis, the bottom line is, guys, what are we thinking about? What are we talking about? Okay? What you think about, what you talk about, you're going to bring about. Okay? What you think about, what you talk about, is what you're going to bring about. So, what are we constantly telling ourselves regarding our goals, our future, our health? What are we constantly thinking about? Are we thinking, I'm the millionaire next door? Why did the rich get richer and the poor get poorer? The rich are constantly, they think rich, they talk rich, they behave rich, and they get richer. What does that poor guy say? I'm never going to get anywhere. I'll never amount to anything. So the subconscious says, okay, that's what I'm going to give you. That's what you're thinking about. That's what you're talking about. That's what you're behaving. That's what I'm going to give you. So what do we need to do? We need to think that we have already accomplished the goals that you came here for. So for instance, if your goal is, I want to make $10,000 a month come January, okay? Doing this many sales. Your goals need to be specific. So if you want to make $10,000, it's not good enough just to say, okay, I want to make $10,000. No. I want to be, I'm making, first of all, it needs to be in present tense, as if you've already done it. Okay? The goal needs to be in present tense. I am making $10,000 a month, working 30 hours a week, doing 10 sales a day for the next 6 weeks. It needs to be specific. Whatever action that you want to take to achieve the goal, say it in the present tense. It needs to be positive and in the present tense. So whatever goal you want needs to be positive and in the present tense for you to achieve it. And my expertise is because we all have these blocks, because our subconscious mind is based on our personal history. You know, the emotion that I'm talking about comes from our personal history. Okay, we all have different personal history from the time we were born till today. It's our personal history is really what's stopping us. It's called blocks. We all have it. You know, from the time we were born till today, we have our different blocks. You know, we ask ourselves, why is some goals were easy to achieve and some are so difficult? Why is something like so simple as getting up 6 o'clock in the morning a big deal for me? For another person, it's a cinch. You know? So we all have different personal history that is stopping us from the goals we want to achieve. Now, to get rid of that, that's a whole session plan that if anybody's interested, you come and see me for, that I can help you get rid of your specific block. Okay? For you it's different, for her it's different, everybody has different blocks. You know, we have fear. There are 5 major negative emotions that really stop us from, you know, excelling in our life. Anger, sadness, fear, guilt, and shame. These 5 blocks of negative emotions affect us, and 90% of the time we're not even aware of it. You're not even aware of it. It's there, you just don't know why you're doing it, you just do it. Okay? So, is everybody clear now how it works? So this is 101 in 5 minutes, and I just want to do a 5-minute quick exercise, you know, before 10 o'clock, and I want to finish at 10. So, any other questions before I just jump into, my cards are going to be at the back. I do have to leave at 10, and I'm thanking Manish for allowing me this 10-15 minutes. So you can just pick up your cards. The information is on there. If you want to approach me. The consultations are free. So when you meet me for the first time for an hour to figure out what's going on in your personal history, your life, I have questionnaires. We can go right to the point. Okay, this is what's going on. This is what we need to work at to excel. I work with a lot of business owners and financial advisors that have excelled tremendously because they've let go of their blocks. And they're focusing on what they want rather than what they're not getting. I change your thinking process to focusing on the positive, productive, rather than the negative and self-sabotage. Okay, any other question before I move to the exercise? Good. So I was clear?
Very good. Good job.
Okay, this is a quick and easy exercise. Your mind only sees in pictures, okay? It doesn't see in words. When you think about things, you think in pictures, like movie. Always you're thinking in pictures. So what picture are we putting of ourselves in our mind? Whatever picture you put in your subconscious mind, that is what it's going to give you, okay? It's getting yourself into a relaxed state. So giving you the food, you know, we all give food to our body, but how many of us really give the mind its food? The mind has its own food, mind food. The mind food is getting yourself into a relaxed state to have it generate, put the right picture of what you want. Get it into a state that it can regenerate. We put the food in our body to regenerate. But how many of us really give the mind food? The mind food is at least before going to bed. Instead of watching the 11 o'clock news, instead of watching something negative, give yourself, you're done with the day, give yourself the mind food it needs. Just before going to bed is the most important time that you could put the image that you want. So if you want to be the millionaire next door, put that positive image of yourself in your mind just before going to sleep. The last thing you think about at night, your subconscious mind works on it all night. It says, oh,